What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video. This video is going to be a pre-match of Manchester City versus Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, and this is going to be a video explaining the differences, strengths, and weaknesses of Pep's Man City versus Tuchel's Chelsea. So before we get into it, my book has been released. It's on Amazon. You can check it out in the link in the description below. Also, check out the membership option. All my members receive a free copy of my book, so be sure to check that option out as well. A lot of cool things, cool content happening behind the scenes that my members get access to. So let's get right into it and move forward with the video. So Manchester City will look to build from the back using Diaz and Stones alongside Ederson. I expect Cancelo will play as the left back. He'll be in the pivot position alongside Rodri, which will create a few dynamics. Now, one key thing with Chelsea's back five is the vertical partnerships, as we see here, which entices them to jump while they press Manchester City. And what will happen, Manchester City will try and pin the defenders of Chelsea to stop this from happening and create a free man between the lines. Now, I don't expect Chelsea to press very much in the attempts of not being overstretched in the game. And in the midfield third, Walker will most likely become an asymmetric back three or an asymmetric back four, creating three players in the first line of build-up while Chelsea play in their 5-2-3 and block off the central three corridors. The space will probably arise in the wide area with Gundogan or an attacking midfielder rotating into the wide area as Foden creates the height and presenting the opportunity to drop into the wide area for Manchester City. Now for Chelsea, Silva back in the squad with Rudiger as the center backs with Azpilicueta. They'll play with an asymmetric back five in the build-up, with Azpilicueta being the off-centered center back in their initial build-up. When Manchester City go to press, I expect the free man will be Reece James in the wing-back position, and by being able to find him, Manchester City will line up in their 4-4-2 or 4-2-2-2 defensive setup. So the wingbacks will most likely be free because of the Chelsea presence between the lines of players like Mount and Pulisic, which Chelsea can then use to exploit the wingbacks of their offensive structure. So now in the midfield third, we'll have our clear back three with our double pivot, Conte and Jorginho most likely to start, and the problems will arise with Pulisic, Chilwell, Mount, and Reece James occupying the space between the lines, and it'll depend on Manchester City's cover shadows and compactness to isolate this and prevent Chelsea from entering advanced areas and progressing the ball past the defensive lines. So let's end with the lineups. I expect Cancelo, Diaz, Stones, and Walker to be the back four of Manchester City. Mahrez will probably get the start with Rodri, Gundogan, and Foden in their midfield four, and Kevin De Bruyne and Silva will probably be the two forwards in the defensive phase at least, but they'll probably play with at least four midfielders, and depending on the movement, maybe Cancelo will come into the midfield as well. For Chelsea, I expect Rudiger, Silva, Azpilicueta to be the three center backs, Jorginho and Conte the double pivot to give them more security defensively, and as well Chilwell and Reece James as the wing backs, again going with more defensive options. And Kai Havertz is a question mark. Timo Werner's fell out of form a little bit. Kai Havertz seems to be looking better, so I expect he'll start. Pulisic is also in good form, so that gives him the edge on the competition, and Mason Mount is the go-to guy at the moment for Chelsea, so for sure I expect him to start. So that's the analysis, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.